श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ हृतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। हरि ओम, सुप्रभातम, a warm welcome. ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 36 ॐ स्कन्दस्कन्दधरो धुर्यो वरदो वायुवाहनः वासुदेवो बृहद्भानुरादिदेवः पुरन्दरः अशोकस्तारणस्तारः शूरः शौरिर्जनेश्वरः अनुकूलः शतावर्तः पद्मी पद्मनिभेक्षणः पद्मनाभोरविन्दाक्षः पद्मगर्भः शरीरभृत् महर्धिर्वृद्धो वृद्धात्मा महाक्षो गरुडध्वजः अतुलशरभो भीमः समयज्ञो हविर्हरिः सर्वलक्षणलक्षण्यो लक्ष्मीवान् समितिञ्जयः. Yesterday we were discussing about this shloka where we completed the first 4 namas, and now we will take up the 359th nama, Havir Harihi. Havihi or Havis means all the oblations that we offer. We will first see the meaning as per Acharya Shankara. Yajneshu Havir Bhagam Harati iti Havir Harihi. The one who receives all oblations in yajnas. This is the etymological meaning. And in the Bhagavad Gita we see Bhagavan saying, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhurevacha. I am the one who is the bhokta of all the oblations offered in the yajna. Now we will think a little. When it comes to yajna, yaga, ityadi, Vaidika karmas, we know there is a lot of varieties of havis being offered. And each homa or yajna has its own ingredient of havis. There are some yajnas where a different type of havis is offered, and there are some other yajnas where a different other types of havis is offered. Some place you will find sugar cane pieces with beaten rice, etc., etc., and so many other mixtures in that. In Ganapati Homa, you will also find modaka being offered as oblations. Like that, every Homa has got varieties of havis offered to Bhagavan, carried by Agni Devata. Agni Devata receives from us and carries to the respective Devata to whom the yajnas are being offered. And when it is offered, we all have heard Agnaye idannamama, Agnaye swaha. When it is said, the moment that mantra is over, the oblations no more belong to us. It is given to Agni Devata or Varuna Devata or Prajapati ityadi Devata. When it is given, carried by Agni to the respective Devata, that respective Devata, when they are pleased, when they become happy by the sincere efforts of the Manavas who offer the oblations, they bless them with the deserving blessings. Varuna Yaga, etc. for rain, Putra Kameshti Yaga for begetting son, ityadi. We have particular karmas done for particular results, and that particular Devata blesses with that particular requirement. This is known. This is from the standpoint of the Vaidika karma. Whereas every single individual is performing karmas, and all of them actually goes directly to that respective Devata. Every karma, whatever we do, that is why we chant, because we do so many karmas, we chant Kayena, Vacha, Manasa, Indriyairva, Prakritehe Swabhavat. Now that is very, very important. Eyes can only see, it will not hear. Ears can hear, it cannot speak. Tongue can taste and speak, it cannot see. So each one have got its own Prakriti Swabhava. Now every karma, what is being done by the body, the mind, the intellect, each one has its own attitudes, its own requirements, its own target, if we may say so, or a goal. Goal need not be always be spiritual. It can be anything. And any particular goal set and actions performed towards that goal is a yajna of that particular activity. It is called as yajna. And whatever we give, it need not be always with materials. It can be our self-effort also. But the effort, when it is done with noble attitudes, when the effort is done with righteous attitudes, then it will definitely take us towards the goal. And in the process you will find, whenever it is an individual goal, it is one thing. There are also community-based goals, service-oriented goals, for certain particular species-oriented goals. Like that, so many goals are there. Whatever may be the goal, our efforts becomes the havis, and it is being received by Bhagavan only, and it is Bhagavan alone who blesses the success of that goal, achieving that goal. Aspirations is the first step towards noble goal, and then actions becomes the second step. And having performed the actions, Bhagavan blesses those actions when it is done righteously with lot of good attitudes. And therefore, when we say Havir Harihi, it is not only the Yajna Yagadi Karma, all actions performed by human beings with a nobler goal in the righteous way will take us definitely towards the goal and will be blessed by Bhagavan. And therefore, he receives all our oblations performed with the right attitude. Then what about the other karmas, wrong karmas, ignoble karmas? Bhagavan blesses them also with the appropriate karma phala. Now that when we do wrong karma, now don't jump to say, oh, even that Bhagavan takes. No. Bhagavan redirects those wrong karmas and gives it back to us as karma phala, which will teach us a lesson. Therefore, there also he receives and redirects. Good karma also he receives and he redirects with what? With good results, noble results, a results which will take us further in our path of sadhana, further in our path of whatever goal we have set. Therefore, Bhagavan receives and redirects. Here, Havir Harihi, when it is said, it is only the receiving part which is mentioned here. Yajneshu Havir Bhagam Harati iti Havir Harihi. Continuing. Avidya tat karyam samsara bandhanam harati iti va. We can add one va there. Harihi. Who is Harihi? Samsara bandhanam harati. He says in the Vishnu Sahasranama we chant regularly, Yasya smarana matrena janma samsara bandhanat vimuchyate. How does that samsara bandhana go? When we chant with appropriate, proper attitude, with an attitude of individual ego being surrendered at the feet of Bhagavan by constantly remembering him. It is not that you just remember once and then he will remove all the samsara bandhana. Our bandhana is so much unimaginable. Unthinkable is our bandhana. It is like, we make one person stand here and then we tie a rope around him. Let us say 23 rounds I have tied him. That bandhana, if it has to go, 23 times it has to be unwound. Swamiji, 18 rounds I have unwound. Why can't he come out? No. Our bandhanas are so strong. one round is sufficient to keep us tied down. What to talk of that millionth and billionth and whatnot, uncountable rounds of bandhana we have. However, one need not despair. If that is the case, when will be moksha? It is possible when we get into the right, circumstances. When we go to the right person, receive the right knowledge, analyze and assimilate that knowledge and abide in that knowledge, and later become one with that knowledge. Once that happens, whatever may be the number of rounds, Bhagavan's blessing is tat kshanam, you will be released. Yada hareva vrajet, tada hareva pravrajet, says Upanishad. That moment you can get released out of bandhana. When I come to realize the nature of Bhagavan and the nature of my true self, for which Bhagavan's blessings alone is important. It is because of his blessings that our intellect will work. Even to understand logically, scientifically, rationally, intellectually, Bhagavan's blessings are required. So, when it is said Havir Harihi, avidya tat karyam. Avidya is what? Ignorance. Tat karyam is samsara bandhana. From that, if it has to be removed, then smarana matrena samsara bandhana vimuchyate, and that is being blessed by Bhagavan. Therefore, the one who removes that samsara bandhana, harati iti harihi. And here, havir harihi. What is this havir in this one? Havir is our offering of our own individual ego, our individuality, our jiva bhavana, our identification with body, mind and intellect. It has to be offered at his feet as havis. And then he becomes havir harihi, who receives the oblations and releases from samsara bandhana. Such a beautiful name. Sarva lakshana lakshanyaha. 2 times lakshana is being used. How? Now see. Sarvaihi lakshanaihi pramanaihi lakshanam jnanam jayate. That first lakshana refers to pramanaihi. Pramanaihi here refers to shastras. And second lakshana refers to jnanam, the knowledge which is given in the shastra. Jayate yattad vinirdishtham sarva lakshana lakshanam tatra sadhuhu. Once I gain the knowledge through pramana, through the words of a guru and shastra, for which Shraddha is extremely required. Shastreshu, Guru Vakyeshu, Satya Buddhi Avadharana, Sa Shraddha Katita we have studied. Is it not? And Pramana is what? We have got 6 Pramanas. We all have studied earlier about this. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, and 6th one is Shabda Pramana. It is that Shabda Pramana which can direct us towards the Shastra, which can give us an indication towards the truth, whereas all other 5 Pramanas will fail to indicate that supreme. Shabda Pramana, and Shabda Pramana indicates Shastra. And it is through that Shastra, the next Lakshanam, which is Jnanam, Jnanam Jayate. Very beautiful word used here. Jayate meaning what? That Jnanam which is there in us as the unmanifest truth, it will be born from within us only. It does not come from somewhere else. It is there within. But what has happened? It has been veiled. It has been covered. Bhagavad Gita says, Avritam jnanametena jnanino nitya vairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalena cha. Kama eshaha, krodha eshaha. These two what? Avritam etam jnana. It covers. Even though it is there, it has been veiled. By what? The ignorance. What is the ignorance here? Born out of our own ragadvesha, our own kama krodadi shadvairina. Therefore, sarvaihi lakshanaihi pramanaihi lakshanam jnanam jayate yattad vinirdishtam sarva lakshana lakshanam. That which comes out of as the result is that sarva lakshana lakshanya bhagavan tasya eva paramarthatvat. That alone is the paramartha, the ultimate artha. Artha, kama, dharma, and then moksha. The ultimate is the fourth one, moksha. Tasya eva paramarthatvat, which brings moksha. Therefore, he is called Sarva Lakshana Lakshanya. Once we start, now in these classes, we may only give the meaning and then give you the superficial meaning. A little we may go deeper, but the real meaning, if we have to understand, one has to sit and contemplate, reflect. Manana is very, very important. The next nama says Lakshmivan. What is Lakshmivan? We have heard earlier Dhanavan, Shraddhavan, Dhairyavan, Bhagavan. This also we have studied in the introductory part. Now one comes Lakshmivan, the one who has Lakshmi. Lakshmihi asya vakshasi nityam vasati. Look at the beautiful word. In our case, Lakshmi will never stay nityam, because from one pocket to another pocket she keeps traveling. That is why Parampuja Gurudev would say, don't go behind Lakshmi, she will keep running away. Go behind Narayana. Why? He is Lakshmivan. Lakshmi will all the time be with him. Nityam vasati. Therefore, go behind Narayana, Lakshmi will be with you also. Isn't it? How nice. So, Lakshmihi asya vakshasi nityam vasati iti Lakshmivan. Always with Lakshmi. Samitinjayaha. Yuddhe. Here the Samitim Yuddham Jayati iti. In Yuddha, the one who is victorious. Victorious meaning what? Victorious means the one who has won over. One who has gained the control of. The one who has succeeded. And here in this case, Samitim refers to all the Yuddham, wars. And in every war, Bhagavan alone wins. This we all know. Satyameva jayate, dharmam alone will win. Therefore, Bhagavan alone will win. All that which is asatyam, adharmam will never win. They are only passing clouds. They appear to disturb or whatever. But then, once we surrender at the feet of Bhagavan, Bhagavan takes over and he will win. He alone wins. Therefore, he is called as Samitinjayaha. Continuing with the 40th verse. Viksharo rohito margo hetur damodarassaha mahidharo mahabhago vegavanamitashanah. Viksharo rohito margo hetur damodarassaha mahidharo mahabhago vegavanamitashanah. We have got 10 names in this 40th verse, starting with Viksharaha. Ksharaha means the one who perishes. Ksharaha means the one who disintegrates, the one who dissolves, the one who dies, perishes, etc. Viksharaha, vigataha, ksharaha, nashaha, yasya asau viksharaha, the undying, the imperishable, the immutable. This we have seen earlier. Najayate na mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah ajaha, unborn, nityaha, eternal, shashvataha, permanent. All these lakshanas are given. Lakshanas again for us to understand. Bhagavan is beyond all attributes. Nitya shashvatoyam puranaha. Purana indicates the beginningless satyam. Puranaha na hanyamane. It can never be removed or it can never perish. Imperishable. Hanyamane sharire. All the matter alone perishes. In a manner of saying, matter also does not perish, but it disintegrates into Panchabhutani. This truth has to be understood. Matter also does not perish in a manner of saying, it disintegrates into the Panchamahabhutani and goes back. And when we say go back, again it reorganizes itself to form something else. But matter is there. How long? As long as I come to understand this matter, Jagat, is a projection. Until I realize that Ekameva Advitiyam Brahma Tadanyat Sarvam Mithya, matter exists. In some form or the other, in some combination or the other, it exists. But the only thing which is imperishable is Parabrahma Swarupa Paramatma alone. So now look at these two. Matter appears to be permanent as though Bhagavan also is permanent. Do you mean to say there are two permanent things? Matter as the truth of matter is always there. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi eternally exists as long as the one who sees matter as matter exists. When that seer understands the true nature of the matter is because of my projection. Otherwise, there is no matter. There is only Bhagavan. Until then, matter exists. But this knowledge, or rather, in fact, right word is ignorance, but this knowledge of the Supreme, when it dawns, the thought of matter also perishes. Matter also, right now it appears to be things and being solid things, but it is also a thought. Thought of what? Thought of the mind. When mind also disappears, matter also disappears, but Bhagavan alone remains. Therefore, Viksharaha, when it is said, Vigataha, Ksharaha or Vigataha, Nashaha. He is imperishable, undecaying, immutable truth. Rohitaha. What is Rohitaha? Swachandataya Rohitam Murtim Matsya Vishesha Murtim Va Vahan Rohitaha. Bhagavan is of red color. A description about Bhagavan. Bhagavan can be anything, you see. Bhagavan can be anything. In fact, everything is Bhagavan only. So one of the descriptions given is he is of red color, which indicates especially to the Matsyavatara of Bhagavan where he appeared in red color. Therefore, Rohitaha. Margaha, another very beautiful nama. Mumukshavaha tam devam margayanti iti margaha. The one whom seekers seek as the very goal of life. And very interesting, one is Bhagavan is the goal of life, and Bhagavan is the very path also, marga also. We take the name of Bhagavan, and through the Nama Smarana of Bhagavan, we reach Bhagavan. So what is that? What does that mean? Marga is also Bhagavan, and Dhyeya is also Bhagavan. Therefore, one whom seekers seek as their goal is Marga, and the object of Margana. Margana meaning what? The one who is the path. The path and the destination, both are Bhagavan only. We require his blessings, we require his support, we require his guidance to reach him only. Therefore, he is both the path and the destination. Therefore, he is called Margaha. Hetuhu. This we have seen several times. Hetu means what? Cause, reason. Upadanam nimittam cha karanam sa eva iti hetuhu. He is both material cause and efficient cause. This probably already we have seen this several times. He is a very material cause, and he is both the upadana karanam and nimitta karanam. Therefore, he is hetuhu, cause. And remember, time and again we have to remember, though like a parrot, the mind will go on throwing these words, these sounds. But how much we deeply think about it is questionable, is definitely questionable. When we say cause of everything, he has no cause, causeless cause. He is the ultimate cause. For what? For everything. Therefore, he is called Hetuhu. Damodaraha. What a beautiful name. There are 2-3 meanings to it. We will see one after the other. Damadi sadhanena udaraha utkrishtaha matihi ya taya gamyate iti damodaraha. It refers to the sixfold qualifications which is the part of sadhana chatushtaya. Sadhana chatushtaya we have studied in Tattva Bodha. I don't know if you were present for that. If not, it is available in the YouTube channel. In Tattva Bodha, Sadhana Chatushtaya was the first topic of discussion, because without that you can't proceed further in Vedanta. What are the Sadhana Chatushtaya? Viveka, Vairagya and Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti. A group of 6 put together as the third one, and Mumukshutvam is the fourth one. Chatushtaya. And here the 6-fold lakshanas are being indicated. Dhamma Adi. Adi means etc. Dhamma Adi sadhanena Shat Sampatti. What are they? Shat Sampatti. It is also called sadhana. Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. I have provided one chart for your convenience. Shama means mastery over the mind. Dhamma, mastery over senses and sense organs. Uparama. Uparama is described as what? Swadharma paripalanam. One following one's own duty, having withdrawn the mind and the sense organs, redirecting them, channelizing them, applying them in what? Swadharma paripalanam. It is called as Uparama. Titiksha. What is Titiksha? Forbearance, endurance. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purakam chinta vilaparahitam satitiksha nigadyate. This we have studied. Shraddha, unconditional faith. Very, very, very important. We have actually mistaken our belief to be faith. They are two different things. Belief is that which has come into my mind, and therefore I think it is right, or I think it is like this. I think Bhagavan is ultimate. I think this is Bhagavan. I only think or so called sentimentally feel. But what is Shraddha? Shraddha is a firm conviction, an assertiveness in my own bosom which says Shastra and Guru Vakya, they are the ultimate, and they alone can give me the ultimate end result of the very purpose of human being. What is that? Moksha. Moksha sadhanam, if it has to happen, then the only pathway, only route, no second route, Shraddhavan labhate, faith. And what is faith? Faith is unconditional acceptance of Shastra and Guru. Whenever there are issues coming in between, the issues are my not understanding properly, and it is not a flaw in the Shastra or the Guru's teaching. Just as I gave the example last time, if I am not able to see properly, problem is not with the world, it is with my eyes. Therefore, I remove my spectacle, probably put some solution, spray some solution, and then with that cloth, and cloth also should be proper. Cloth should not be dirty. Isn't it? Recently I changed my spectacles. That spectacle person, that ophthalmologist, he said, Swamiji, problem with you is you just wipe it with anything and everything. It will not work. It will disturb your vision because scratches will come in the spectacles. Therefore, what should I do? Here I have given one solution. Here I have given one pure cotton cloth. Please use only them. Don't use anything and everything. How beautiful, what a lesson it is. When we have to reach that goal, we have to use the appropriate path. We have to use the appropriate solution. To remove what? To remove the dirt in our mind. Think. Shri Guru Charan Saroja Raja Nijaman Mukuru Sudhari. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja, with the dust of the feet of my Guru. What is the dust? Jnanam. Nijamana Mukuru. Mukuru means mirror. I clean my mirror. What is that? My own mind. With what? With the knowledge on which the Guru is established. Think. That is faith. That much of Shraddha, unconditional. Unconditional. When we start doubting, there are two different things. One is doubting, another one is confusion. Think. When there are confusions, I get back to my teacher and clear my confusions. When I have not understood a particular point, I go back to my teacher and with all humility, pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam. I go serve him, and when he gives me permission, I ask the question, Hey Guru, this is one which I have not understood. Then upadekshanti, he will teach. Doubt is a different thing. Doubting the teacher itself is terrible. First of all, doubt comes only when I have not understood properly. That is pardonable. That is acceptable. In fact, we can appreciate also from one standpoint. But doubting the teacher, samshayatma vinashyati. Therefore, unconditional faith in the Guru is a first step. Without that, you can never go forward. Whereas what happens in human mind, we do accept somebody as the guru, but kala kramena what happens, we associate our, please note this is a very, very, very most important point. When we go closer to the guru, we associate with the guru more than all the jnanam in all other aspects of the guru. When we go and associate with him with not with the jnanam but with all the other aspects of the guru, our mind gets contaminated by something which is irrelevant to me. And then what happens? Raga, dvesha, adi shadvairinaha overpowers, jnanam is lost. And samshaya will start. Why? Samshaya of the guru will start. Where I have no business. Think. Therefore, association with the guru in the right manner. That is why it is called right contact. Think. That for which I have gone to the guru, I surrender. And the guru will and should take us to the higher goal. It will happen. But when I associate with the guru in irrelevant activities, then what happens? My raga dvesha with the personality called, with a person, not personality, with a person, with that body, mind and intellect of the called a teacher, it gets lost into that and the real jnanam is drained out. Shraddha is such that my focus is only on jnanam. Through what? Shastram. Therefore, Shastreshu, Guru Vakyeshu, Satya Buddhi Avadharana, anything other than that is irrelevant. They are redundant in my path of sadhana. Think. That is unconditional faith. Then comes samadhana. What is samadhana? Single pointedness of the mind. A mind which is well at rest, which is quiet, which has got the power of being quiet, the courage to be quiet, and the ability not to get lost. This is samadhana. Thus, Damodaraha, when Acharya says, what is that? Damadi sadhanena udaraha utkrishtaha matihi yataya gamyate iti Damodaraha. He is the one who is known through a disciplined mind. Disciplined by what? The Shad Sampatti, with the qualifications of all these. Damodaraha. And another meaning is Yashodaya damnaha udare baddhaiti damodaraha. We all know the story in the Bhagavatam where Bhagavan Sri Krishna troubled, that was his primary occupation. He goes on troubling the Gopikas, and then they come and complain to Yashoda Maya. Yashoda Maya was frustrated with all the complaints. So she went one day, brought one rope and she tied him with that rope. Isn't it? Therefore, Damodaraha. Daraha means tying. Damodaraha means the one who has been tied with a rope at the abdomen. Near the stomach, she tied. Therefore, he is also called Damodaraha. Another beautiful nama of Bhagavan. Damani Loka namani tani yasya udarantare sadamodaraha. According to sage Vedavyas ji, Dama means worlds. Dama means all the worlds. All the loka. 14 lokas. All of them, the Lord has them in his udara. He has it in his womb. Therefore, he is also called Damodaraha, the one who holds all the worlds in his udara. He is called Damodaraha. We will continue tomorrow. Another few namas are there. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.